This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Keep Food Simple. Do you have a busy, hectic lifestyle? Always on the go, too busy to cook, and find yourself eating way too much fast food? Keep Food Simple is a Southern California-based food prep service that offers customized meals for all types. Whether you're a vegan, plant-based, whole food, paleo, gluten-free, keto, whatever it may be, Keep Food Simple has got you covered. It's time to take control of your health, boost your overall energy, and feel great about how you eat. Keep Food Simple offers delivery services in LA, San Bernardino, Orange County, and Riverside County. Orders can be placed at keepfoodsimpleprep.com. That's keepfoodsimpleprep.com. Use promo code ERB20 for 20% off your first week of meals. All right, guys, let's get into this podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me a comment, let me know how I'm doing, what more you'd like to hear about. Also, this whole herb session thing can be found on just about any platform now. It's on iTunes, as well as you Android users. It's going to be on SoundCloud. Everything will be linked in the video description. Thanks for listening. Appreciate all the support. Enjoy.
No. Technical now these days, so
Yeah.
it's good.
Welcome back, folks, to another episode of the podcast. I'm here with big boy, thicky, Chrissy Erbe, co-founder of Herb Sessions.
And I really appreciate if you didn't call me that. So
Chrissy?
yeah,
Chrissy.
makes me want to murder you, but it's all right.
Oh. That's good seeing you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. It's been months.
Months. Yeah, dude. It's almost been last time I seen you.
I think
Before
when I was
COVID?
moving
Or-
back to California, I think it was the last time
that
you
was
saw me.
yeah, that was the last time, right? So March, April,
Yeah.
May?
Something like that.
somewhere in there. So here we are. Your ass decided to come back, making the best of it. So
Yeah. By the way, sorry about the video coloring, folks. For those watching on YouTube, Chris looks like he has jaundice.
definitely have jaundice.
It's just the lighting. I don't have money yet for lighting. This is not cheap. So,
Mm-hmm.
but cheers. Your little Diet Coke there.
Oh,
Dude, fix your phone.
so anybody's watching
You're
on
technically
on-
not savvy.
IG Live, I apologize. This isn't going.
There you go.
Something like that. Anyway. So
I can hear you. I can't see you. Where are you?
So anybody on IG watching, post your questions, concerns. Anyway, how you doing, Russ? How's things going? How's life?
I'm all right.
All right. What's bothering you, man?
Oh, what is it?
You know
now,
what I
dude?
like about
What is it now, dude?
what,
What now?
See,
Bro, I got something to tell you. What now?
You know, because it's like if I don't ask you, you're gonna ask me, and we're gonna have the same conversation. So, I mean,
Dude, try not to.
oh, sorry.
Everybody can hear the dings in your bracelets too.
I mean,
You can use it. Just
I'm not sure what to do with my hands right now.
Turn the
Like-
metal pieces around so they don't hear like scratching.
All right,
That's all.
okay. That's my fingernails.
It's your big sausage finger.
Hey, man, that's rude.
I don't really know what to do with my hands right now.
So what's going on with you,
Ricky
man?
Bobby has 2 first names.
Ricky Bobby. Wow. So, part 1 of the part 3 series. This is part 2 of 3. We'll have
This
part
is part
3.
1, fool. You said part 1 of 3, and then you're like part 2 of. Forgot how to count already. Come on, fool.
No, because we had like part one a few months ago. It's part 2, 3.
Oh, you're going back that far.
And then
Okay,
tomorrow-
you gotta explain yourself. Dude.
tomorrow we'll go
People
through
are gonna
3.
be so confused.
I'm sorry.
How to catch you?
So, anyways, what's going on with you, man? What's new?
Nothing.
Let's talk about it.
Nothing really. Just work. I got back from Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago was fun, hot,
Yeah.
dude.
probably really
hot,
hot.
man.
Let's talk about Chicago because we had kind of a little conversation earlier. We get kind of deep with this.
What do you want to know about
So,
my favorite city
Chicago.
that I'm not from? Apparently, I know everything. You've been there 3 times. You know everything about Chicago.
So you go to Chicago, right? You come back, and I didn't know this about Chicago till you were talking about this with your last podcast with what's his name?
Johan.
Johan, the boxer. Wait, no, sorry, policeman, firefighter, MMA fighter,
Policeman, firefighter, MMA fighter,
all the above.
bat boy.
So
Listen, police officer, MMA fighter,
There we go.
former Marine.
there we go.
If you haven't checked out that episode, folks, go check it out. It's actually
You
really
guys
good.
watch that episode. It's actually very interesting. A lot of good stuff came out of that episode. So, with that said, you had mentioned Chicago being one of these states. Chicago's the city, obviously, but in the city, the way they built it was for segregation. Is that correct?
Yeah, when they started doing the putting in freeways and things like that, like constructing the city, when they got further out, they started, and most cities, when you start to look at it, New York was another one, like, no, not New York, but Brooklyn. There's another one of those stories where they purposely go in and segregate by building infrastructure throughout the city to separate black, white communities.
Which is very fascinating because I don't know of any other city that I didn't know this. It's not something that's in the history books, right? It's not something that's publicly broadcasted as this is what happened in the city, unless you actually live there. I don't even know if you live there if you know that. Do you know that? I mean, what's the...
I don't know. I'm not from there. This is information I recently learned. And once that bill passed, or that bill they're trying to still pass in Congress, infrastructure,
Right.
that really, really expensive one, this is for one of those many reasons why people are voicing and speaking up, because it's happened that I don't think they can reroute freeways at this point, but they need to acknowledge the fact that when this was built for these reasons, and we need to fix those reasons.
Yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with like underpassings, like bridges were built just enough, low enough, where buses, food, things like that could not get into these lower income communities. Quote, lower income communities.
Well,
That didn't need to be really low income. They could have done just fine if they had the fair like opportunities as everyone else, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I think it's I don't want to get too political on the podcast, but like, you find it fascinating, dude. Like,
you can be political. It's fine.
well, I mean, you just find it fascinating at our age, right? We're what, 35, 37.
Yeah, 30s, dude.
Dude,
The
like,
25th of this month, that'll be a good old fashioned 35.
you're on the uphill, man.
I'm on the uphill.
I'm 37. I'm pushing 38. But anyway,
I'm getting on that test, dude. You just get
fucking raw.
I'll start running some gear. Just get jacked.
Yeah, get it, son. But like, we're still, I think it's still just, it's interesting that we're still fighting the same shit that has been fighting. We've been fighting for what? For how many years now? Like, just equal rights, like
Since
fucking,
forever.
like, what? Why is it still even an issue? You know? Like, why can't we just
Oh,
be okay? Just get along. You know, like we're still fucking stubborn people that will just not be okay with the way things are.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's just that whole. I don't like to say privilege because no one's really privileged. Everything comes with a price, I feel. Some just are born into better opportunities than others, but even those greater opportunities come with consequences. I'm sure someone will disagree with that, but just because we were born, quote unquote, in this white family, it wasn't always great, you know, what people think white families are. But unfortunately, the black community has, from we can write it down, has always been struggling with you name it, prejudice, everything. Stereotyping, everything, and it's still stronger than ever. You know, if not stronger, because you got derelicts like Mr. Trump in there just amping these.
Did you say derelicts?
Derelict. Derelict my own boss. You know, you got guys like that in there just railing off and not being sensitive to the matter. You know, it's cut deep for a lot of folks.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree. I mean, I get. Oh, what's interesting about it all is like, I was talking to a guy. Who was my barber this morning, cutting hair. Right, he's my
cut hair. Right? Is that what barbers do?
Yeah, I mean, they're therapists too. Just so you know, they're fucking certified therapists.
I cut my own hair, bro.
So you talk to yourself in the mirror while you cut your hair, right?
Like, damn, I hope I lined it up all right.
That line looks good.
Damn.
I missed the spot, homie.
Dang, dude, I'm going bald.
I am going bald, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking in the mirror today and I'm like, damn, I'm losing hair like no other.
Well, one, you're stressed, and
stress doesn't
you've
help.
always had like thin hair, though.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So.
I'm just, dude, don't.
But no, what we were talking about is the shout out to my boy Eli. But I'm just saying, so generationally, like you think about, we, you know,
Turn your mic into your.
want to have a better life for our children, right? Every generation has always been.
Hopefully,
I want
you
to
got
make,
good parents.
You think back though, like every generation is like, I want to make a better life for my children. Like I want them to have a better life than I did. But what is that? If you really look deep into that, every generation, if you go back to even our parents, our grandparents, their grandparents, how stressed, how much work they put in, the life that they lived to make it better for us, but yet we're doing the exact same thing to make it better for our kids. We're stressed. We're working our ass off to make it better. Like generationally, it still continues, even though like, oh, we're going to make a better life for our kids. It's the exact same thing that previously has happened with our parents and our grandparents, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, we want to make it better, sure. But we're doing the exact same things. We're stressed out. We're working all these hours. We're tired. We're trying to pay the bills, put clothes on the kids' backs. We're in fucking who knows how much debt just to make our kids feel like they've had a better life than we have.
That's why I don't have kids, bro.
So there. And on that note, it was good talking with you guys tonight.
And that'll be it. I get it, man. Like, I don't have kids. I don't plan on having kids. Dude, I gave you a coaster. Put your soda can on it so I don't hear the dings. Bro, they can hear everything. Yeah. God, dude.
Oh, it's so good to see you, man. I love talking to you.
All amped up.
I'm so amped up on Mountain Dew.
This table's expensive, bro. Okay, you have any watermarks on my table here, man? These are my things.
My bad, bro. My bad.
I don't have a lot of things, but these things,
These things.
you know,
These count.
this one counts.
All right, man. I get it.
I get it, dude. You work pretty hard. You want your kids to have a better life, and from what I see, they have a pretty good life, better than what you went through. I mean, your last story, people were just in shock.
We didn't even finish that story. I don't even know where we ended it.
Now.
We're gonna finish it now, though.
I believe, I was gonna go back and listen. I believe it's when you got married, and then from that point is where we stopped. We don't have to talk about that. We can save that for.
I'm gonna save for tomorrow after we do the ice bath.
We can save it for when we do the ice bath.
No,
Do you feel like your kids have a better life than yours?
So I don't want to say that they have a better life. I want to say that they're more understanding of how life works. So if anybody knows me, truly knows me, has been around me, like I'm a very simplistic person. I don't need a lot of things. I don't want a lot of things. Like you walk into my home, like there's no couch. There's a TV with a little TV stand. There's a beanbag. There's a mattress on the floor.
There's a little grill in the kitchen too, or what? You're homeless with an apartment?
We have beds, but all I'm saying is, there's a difference between needs and wants. And,
sure.
The idea of like, I need to have all these things to make me feel happy, when in reality, they don't really make you happy. So I had a conversation with my kids a couple weeks ago, which blew my mind because they taught me something about life that I already kind of knew, but they brought it up as, hey, Dad, like money doesn't buy you happiness. Like just because you have money doesn't mean you're going to be happy. And I'm like, wow, that's coming from a 9-year-old and a 13-year-old. And I'm like,
I don't know, man. When I get money, it makes me kind of stoked on some things.
We had this conversation of, you're right. Money may not always buy happiness, but it can make you happy in the moment. It can bring you happiness. Now, is that happiness like sustaining for life? Maybe, maybe not. But our idea of happiness is different between you and I. Mm-hmm. Like what makes you happy definitely probably may or may not make me happy. But we create our own happiness. Like we're the ones that decide what's going to make us happy. Like you can't make me happy. I decide, hey, if my brother Russ wants to make me happy and my whole life revolves around Russ making me happy, like then you better fucking make me happy, Russ. Like do some shit that's going to make me happy. Let's go.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I get you.
If that makes sense. So no, it's just an interesting conversation of I'm very simplistic, very just like I live life simply. I don't need a lot of things that make me happy. Sure, I want a lot of things. Like, don't get me wrong. Nice things are great. I want them. That'd be new set of clothes, a new car, new home. Like, sure, that would make everyone happy, right?
Yeah.
But it's not like an absolute necessity. Like we don't absolutely need it to survive, to make it through. So, I mean, take it for what's worth, but just a simple fact, like I think I've told you this too, is I think everyone should visit a third world country, live in a third world country for a week or two, and actually come back and realize how much you're grateful for. Because you go to a third world country, they have nothing, man. They have nothing. Live on the dirt. Dude, they drink fucking water out of the sewer, dude. Like, and they're the happiest people in the world. You come back to America, you find, I ain't drinking out of that shit. Like.
That's me, man.
I ain't living on the floor. Like, fuck that. We take it for granted.
It's funny you say that because I slept on a air mattress for the last week when I was in Chicago. And, dude, my back is thrashed. And then I came home to my bed. I was like, you know what? It wasn't that bad, you know? It could be, life ain't
so
that
much
bad,
worse,
dude.
right? No,
And bless their hearts. Like, James went out because there was a futon in there. And that futon, dude, was as hard as, like, bricks, dude. It was like laying on a bed of bricks. There was no give. So the first night I stick a pillow under my back, and I found one of these cushions, and I had to like make a makeshift mattress.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I can't. There's no way I can last a week. And then James bought an air mattress. I was like, oh, dude, I'll take it. But even that,
I got
dude,
this, man.
I wake up and I was like, oh, dude, you can feel your body's just like everything just popping. Pop, 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 pop. But I was like, you know what? Dude, at least I can even sleep on an air mattress. And I came home. I was like, man, I'm so glad I go to work and have a nice bed. I'm so lucky.
It is, man. Like, we take so many things.
The littlest things, like having a comfortable bed, dude.
You just, so I started this thing. I don't know if I told you, man, it's a little over a month now. Sorry. I started this grateful thing. So I watched this podcast called The Refinery.
Uh-huh.
And it's 3 guys that get on.
Just talking about their husbands.
Just talking about, exactly, their lives. But it's all about refining men, like making better men, having the hard conversations that men don't want to have. What
do you think those conversations are?
Dude,
like being a man?
Just being
like stop being a pussy and go do your job, that kind of talk?
No, it's not even that. It's more of being okay with having emotions and talking about those emotions. Actually having conversations with other men or even women, being like, hey, I feel a certain way and I want to express this, but because we've been raised in a society that says men have to be this masculine, tough guy, we don't show emotions because that shows weakness, right? That's why we've been raised.
Does.
No, that's...
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but that's how we've been raised, right? That's what society will tell you.
Every boy has been raised like that.
But
not every,
in the grand scheme of things, dude, you have emotions, right? You feel things.
Mm-hmm.
I have emotions. I feel things. But how often time do we feel like we can express those to people as a man?
Not too often.
Right? What the hell was it?
Just dropping stuff. Dude. See? Told you these mics pick up everything, bro.
Pick up everything, dude. So.
These are good mics.
It's good mics. I like them.
Well, that's good. What have you learned?
So, I mean, with all that said, I'm just saying it's okay for guys to feel emotions, tears, happiness, sadness, and it's okay to express that and not feel ashamed about expressing that. I actually think it's super healthy for men to show emotion, whether it's by themselves, with their wives, girlfriends, with their kids. I mean, I think, myself personally, when I've had feelings of, sadness or whatever with my girls, like they look at me and go, oh my God, Dad's crying. Dad, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I feel a certain way right now. I feel emotional. Like, man, this is how I feel. Like, I'm not going to hide it. And for them, it's like, wow, my dad has feelings. Like, he actually does feel something. He's not just this fucking tough guy that's, man, if I come to him, he's going to yell at me or whatever. Like, he actually will be sympathetic and understand, hey, if I'm having a bad day, hey, maybe I can go talk to my dad because, maybe he does understand, type of thing. So, but what I was getting at was was gratitude. like over a month. It's been, probably like 5-6 weeks now. So I was listening to this podcast, and one of the guys on there, John, talked about how he would wake up every morning and write down 10 things he was grateful for every morning to start the day.
You think that works for everybody though?
So
I tried all that nonsense. Not nonsense, but writing things down and what I'm grateful for. I know what I'm grateful for. And even when I wrote down when I'm journaling, didn't do anything for me.
Man, that's all right.
I don't
think
get
it's
it.
more of a just a kind of a, I don't want to say habit, but more of just recognizing things in the world that you're going through. Because for me, it works for me because like, dude, especially now with life and what I'm going through with work, and like just to stop for a minute and be like, okay, I'm having a shitty ass day. What is out there that is actually good? What's positive? What can I draw on today that's going to help me get through the rest of the day?
Dude, Cholo Creeper. Dude, I turn on Cholo Creeper. When I get a little bit of that, I turn on that fool.
So,
That guy's so funny.
but no, and I'm not saying it works for everyone. And I'm saying that you have to wake up and do 10 things in the morning. Because for me, and so the way this is done too is, he wakes up, this is him, wakes up, writes 10 things down that he's grateful for that day. And then has an alarm set throughout the day. I think one alarm. As soon as that alarm goes off throughout the day, he stops and tells himself 3 things he's grateful for. Now, however that works for whoever.
Seems like a lot of work within your work day.
Is it though? Because
Kinda.
if I say, hey, Russ, what are you grateful for right now?
Myself.
Is it that hard?
My brilliances and my strong bone features.
Okay, 10 seconds. 10 seconds it took you to say 3 things. That's all I'm saying is it doesn't take a lot.
But what is it
If you have
supposed to do? What is it?
It doesn't matter. Like, I think you get in more of a state of just being rewiring your mind to be in a more grateful state of, you know what? Yeah, I have all this shit going on during my day. I'm stressed. I have work to do. But if I can stop and just think of being grateful for what I have instead of what I want and what I need, it puts you in a different mindset of just being happy for life. Like, hey, Russ, stop right now. Stop everything you're doing. Tell yourself 3 things you're grateful for right now. What do you got? Does it take you more than 15 seconds, 10 seconds to think of 3 things? Because if it does, man, you need to stop and kind of reevaluate your life, because you should be able to think of 3 things you're grateful for like that.
What if there's like 3 ridiculous things?
Like the air I breathe, my heart's beating.
Lube, Pornhub, Budweiser.
Boom. It doesn't matter, right? It's just, no. I'm just saying, you could laugh all you want, but those things you could be grateful for those things, right? Because for whatever reason, they bring you some sort of happiness. And it's just a matter of fact of getting into the habit of being grateful for life rather than pissing and moaning about all the problems you have.
So does it work?
I think
for
it
you?
works for me. Yeah, absolutely.
That wouldn't work for me.
So
I can tell you that right now.
well, then it doesn't work for you.
Because I go the opposite. Oh my God. I have to go to work.
Fuck this.
That's what keeps me going. All right, dude, do you want to be in debt anymore? No.
All right,
All
let's
right.
talk about that though.
I'm going to go to work. I'm going to chill. I'm just jostling you, man. I'm just busting on you. But
Well, no. So
if you find things that work, that's great. But I've done all that. Therapy, meds. The only thing that's really worked is ice baths, dude. So far. Something super extreme where you're just like, I don't have time to be grateful. I just have time to breathe. You know?
Yeah, no, that's true. I get it.
So don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. I have a good life. It has its ups and downs, but the majority of it, dude, there's some people living in the dirt.
No, and I will say that I think when you come from a state of gratefulness, that
Want some of this?
life tends to change a little bit for you.
Got a gallon.
A gallon of buffalo trace. Great white.
It's a big one.
Great white buffalo.
Great white buffalo.
Great white buffalo.
Shh. See if I can set it down softly.
No.
Nope.
Fail. Epic
Nope.
fail.
Nope, that's not it. Nope. Nope. You see how I did that? Lined it up with the eye there.
Hold on, let me get a
It
good,
still looks like Erbe Sessions.
good
You
flex.
trying to flex? You throwing up your sec, dude, with your gang sign? No, don't do that.
Su 13, homie. Oh, man.
Thick vatos for life.
Vatos. Is anybody on here, man? Are we just like... Yeah, whatever. Anyway. So, on that note... Man, where was I going with this?
Dude, turn your mic to your face. This. It's bugging me.
Sorry.
I'm all particular, dude.
Dude, I can tell.
Turn your mic straight. What are you doing?
Tell me how you want it, bro. How do you want
This
it?
isn't a cell phone. Turn that thing straight.
Sorry, man. For yelling at me. I'm trying so hard. So, anyway.
Well, that's good. Do you do anything else?
Like-
do you feel like it really helps? Do you feel like you see yourself day in, day out like, oh, this helps? Or are you kind of like, I guess. Becoming just a
well,
habit?
I was... It's a good question. I do find myself, like, before I go to bed, if I haven't told myself what I'm grateful for that day, like, I don't go to bed until I tell myself, like, hey, what happened today that, you know, things came into your life that you're grateful for. So I think in that sense, yes, it's helped me stop and realize, yeah, as much shit as I might be going through during the day, like how stressed I am, like, stop and be thankful for the wins, the little things that helped you get through the day. You know, like talking to my kids or waking up to an amazing sunrise or watching the sun go down or, you know, being able to stand outside, watch the moon or lay in bed and just actually fucking breathe, you know, being able to stretch, listen to your body. Like, dude, there's even the little things, just waking up and, dude, you woke up today. How amazing is that? You know, just those little things you take for granted every day. So in that sense, I think it's helped in me before I go to bed each night. If I haven't written down some things I'm grateful for, I'm like, wait, I can't go to sleep until I tell myself, hey man, what are you grateful for today? You know? So for me, that works. It's definitely a different mindset of like, dude, despite all the shit you're going through, you have so much to be grateful for.
Yeah.
And whether, I don't know if that's going to change, but I know it helps me feel better. So that works for me.
Nice.
So,
yeah, I worry about death lately.
death?
Death. You know, I'm afraid of a lot of things in life, but usually I can get like through it. Even going to the dentist is like, sit there and drill in my teeth. I respect what they do because I can't do that job. But I've been through so much dental work even as a kid that let me get a sip too. That now as I'm getting older, I don't dread it, but I'm like, I really have to gear up for it. And I get through it, but I think about death. I don't want to sound weird or like, dude, what's his problem? But I think about death a lot, dude. Like, that is frightening.
Really?
It's frightening.
Mm-hmm.
And I expressed this when I was in Chicago with our friends. I was like, dude, you could be the most spiritual, in tune. You could have done all the drugs in the world and so-called found yourself and found comfort with death. But dude, when that day comes, I don't care who you are, man. That's frightening to know. You don't know what's over
It's true.
next. You nobody knows.
Nobody knows what's gonna happen when you just stop breathing.
Yeah. And the lights turned out. It's like, dude, what? Huh? It's a creepiest concept ever that you're trying to wrap your head around. As I get older, I'm like, okay. And I see people get older. My friends that are like older than me are becoming older, and I'm kind of catching up. It's like, dude, that doesn't look fun. You know? Getting old does not look fun.
I mean, it could be fun.
I don't know.
No, so I have a different perspective on death because I feel like I've died a few times already.
With your sleep apnea or what, dude?
Nah, I just I don't. I've come to, I don't know, maybe I've come to terms with, dude, we're gonna die at some point, and I'm not afraid of it. Like, it's gonna happen. I mean, we can't stop it. You can be the healthiest fucking person on the earth. You can take all the pills, work out, eat the healthiest. And how many times have you heard that person fucking gets cancer or some disease and fucking dies? Happens all the time. So why be afraid of it? Because at some point it's gonna happen. We don't know when, but it's gonna happen. So why not just live life like you're going to its fullest and just, hey. I mean, I will say this to you, to your point, to agree with you, like, you know, with my sleep issues, and I don't know if I'm going to wake up in the morning. I never know if I'm going to fucking be awake.
I know, it's frightening to think about.
But
I've seen you run around in your in your sleep.
And so
I was like, dude, what is going on over there?
You know, I have my own issues with sleep, and I don't sleep a lot. And if I do, like, I never know if I'm going to wake up. But because I have those issues, doesn't mean anything, because you could go to sleep tonight and not wake up tomorrow just because.
I know. It's crazy, huh?
So does it really fucking matter?
I think it matters because it just matters.
You could walk out the door tomorrow and get fucking hit by a trash can, you know, like fucking die.
I know, but
like,
I
like you can't
see what I
you
get.
can't be afraid of it, because ultimately it's going to happen at some point.
I guess I wouldn't say I'm afraid of it. I'm afraid of. Let me retract everything I just said. I'm afraid of it, but I'm also kind of upset with it. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
like that is a bad card dealt for everybody. Like,
right, because you don't know what you're going into, right? Like, if you knew, hey, if I die, I'm going to do fucking life after death is going to be fucking amazing, so I can't wait to die, right? You'd think differently.
Yeah.
But if you were told, man, if you fucking die, God, you're going to some place you have no idea. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, there's demons ripping you apart for the rest of your life. Like, what? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't want to die. So I think the unknown of not knowing exactly what's going to happen when you take that last breath is scary.
Super.
Because it could just be like, I take my last breath and nothing. Darkness, black. You're done. You never think a thought again. You never breathe a breath again. You're just done. Or there could be unlimited possibilities of what could happen after you die, right? We don't know. You know, religion will tell you one thing. Yogis will tell you one thing.
Yogis? What are yogis?
Your spiritual yogi people, yoga.
Your
people,
shamans,
whatever, will tell you one thing.
That's
And-
just a lot of people getting high.
I mean, we can go do shrooms and DMT tonight and be like, fuck, you know what happens when you die? Dude, we're going to tell you right now because...
Yeah.
So it's just up to interpretation for sure. But I don't think it's anything to be scared about because if there's anything I've learned in my own experiences with like hypnotherapy and talking, like, dude, there's more life to live. Like, this is just a temporary deal. We came with like, oh, you know what? I'm going to take this human form and, you know, chill on earth for a little bit, like get stressed the fuck out and, you know, do whatever. And then I'm going to die and come back as a fucking tree or a dog and fucking live another life and be cool. But, you know, I don't know.
That makes more sense. I feel like the Native Americans were onto something. But then again, they were high a lot.
The ayahuasca, man. Look at you.
Then again,
Dude.
that ayahuasca will get you.
That shit gets you good.
On top of being afraid of death, I'm also, like we were talking about, I don't want life to be so dramatically like painful where you just want to die. You know, I don't want to like catch some funky thing and it just be a struggle all the way to death, you know?
Well, so I was having this conversation with my barber this
I
morning.
guess I don't want it to be painful. You know, I'm going to be nice and smooth.
Like, if you're going to die, you don't want to feel it.
Yeah, just like, hey, I've told people all this. The
So
moment
I feel like,
I forget who you are, I forget who I am. You go, Mr. Erbe, we got your vitamins. Here's your vitamins. That's the vitamin that I don't wake up from.
give me the blue pill.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay. That's it. I want it to be smooth and quiet like that. I
Yeah.
don't want it to be violent or painful, you know? Because I've seen that too, and that it's weird, man. The medical field kind of taints your...
oh, I agree, dude.
I don't regret it fully, but man, the ignorance would have been a lot bliss, not knowing a lot of things.
It's true, man. No, I think when you've witnessed, so I've had two interesting experiences at the hospital that I worked at. One was saving a life, actually doing CPR on someone on the table, you know, doing compressions and switching. There was 5 of us and we were switching out every 2 minutes, you know, and the guy finally came back to life, saved him, you know. And then next patient comes in. Same thing. I mean, not the same day, but same concept. Patient comes in and we're doing compressions on him. Patient flatlines on the table. And I never witnessed anything like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I saved somebody and I'm like, holy shit, dude, we fucking saved this guy. He's living. Now we have a patient, we're pumping, and without us fucking giving compressions, his heart isn't even like beating. So we stop, doctor calls it, and I'm like, this is new to me. You know, the other people in the room have dealt with this before, but this is new to me. And dude, there's a dead person right in front of me. We've all tried to save this person's life, and now they're dead. And do you think there was a minute of like, let's take a minute for the patient? And like, whew, no, it was bring the body bag in, put him in a body bag, clean it off, move him out. Let's bring the next patient in to get the cath lab. Like, it was literally, I'm like looking at everyone going, dude, do we not just take a second and like fucking talk about what just happened right now? Like, this person just died on our table. But no, it was a business. Man, yeah, it sucks. You can't have emotion. Like, we tried to save this patient. They died. We have to move on. We have to bring the next person in who's, you know, we got to put a cath in or, you know, whatever, has a heart attack and take care of that patient. And it was like, for me, it was dude, I was like, I couldn't comprehend what I just saw. Like, this, I did everything I could to try to save somebody right now, and that's it. We have to just move them out of the room and bring the next person in. Like, crazy, but that's hospital life.
Yeah.
Like, you have to put emotion aside and be like, man, we did everything we could. Damn, yeah, that sucks. This person died, but we have 10 other people we have to try to save.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people die, man. Does something to you. You're just like, what? And then one day that's going to be you looking up. And all of a sudden, your eyes ain't open no more. It
Dude,
bothers me a lot, dude. I
so
don't know if it's post-trauma or...
So if it is post-trauma, what do you think it's post-trauma from?
I think it's the post-trauma of like, man, where do they go? You know? That, like I just mentioned, that always bothers me. Like, okay, we're here on this life. Go through all this nonsense. We're into things, we're not into things. We love people, we don't love people. Some people have kids they want, some people have kids they don't want. And we're just in this weird cycle of keeping humanity going, all to end up in the same boat.
Yeah, no. So
it's weird.
Like I said, I had this conversation with my barber this morning. We were talking about this shit. Like,
what's his name?
His name's Eli.
Barber Eli, huh?
Barber Eli.
Brother Eli.
Brother Eli. Dude, yeah, he's awesome, man. He's one of the most smartest intellectual people like I've ever met. Just mind blowing. Anyways, but let's talk about life, dude. Right? What? I mean, the world we live in, it's going to shit. There's fires everywhere. Our resources are going to shit. Like,
supposedly,
supposedly. And it's like you and I were out here busting our ass, trying to make rent, trying to fucking pay our bills, put food on the table, have clothes. What are we teaching our kids? Hey, so when you get out of high school, you got to do the exact same thing. This is life. Is you work your ass off to maybe own a home that can be taken from you in 5 seconds. You own a car. If you don't make the payment, man, that thing gets taken from you in seconds. Like, what the fuck are we living for? Like, if you really think about it,
I don't know.
Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Maybe we're living for. Well, because I've also said this, that we're all here not against. We're not. Hold on. Let me start over. We're all here against our will. None of us has to be here. Fair?
Fair. I would say, okay, I agree.
Okay. And then some of us are born into decent homes, great homes. Some of us are born into straight poverty. Some are born this ethnicity, that ethnicity, stereotypes, so on and so forth. For what?
Exactly. For what?
And then we are all trying to find. It's been a big boom in the last couple of years of, do what you love, do what you want to do. Don't worry about this and that. Find something you're passionate about. Okay, say you do that. Say you want to do a podcast for the rest of your life. What happens when that bill shows up? Should you have quit your job?
Right.
I think we have to be a little bit careful with when we say stuff like that. You should follow your passion. You should follow your dreams and what makes you happy. But you need to have something on the back burner. Like my job, my career, that is plan B to get to plan A. That has never been like, this is what I want to do forever. That's always been, all right, deep down inside, you have to be real with yourself. I need to get a job to pay for stuff. This isn't just going to all show up on its own. Okay? That's on me.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that? Well, you got to go get a job, man.
Well, see, and so it comes back to necessities and wants. So, conversation I had earlier today was, like I said, I live a very simplistic life. I don't have a lot of things. I don't want a lot of things, and I don't need a lot of things to survive. And when I have my girls and they come, they're at my house, we have our beds, we have our rooms, we have the necessities of life. I don't have a couch. Do I need a couch?
Maybe.
Maybe, but
Couple lawn
really.
chairs, it'd be all right.
You know, like, did I need a TV stand for a TV? Maybe. But in all reality, like, my girls come to my place. They have rooms. They have a bed to sleep in. They have clothes. They have a roof over their head. They have food. And in my mind, I'm a survivor. I've always been a survivor. That's just my life. And that's what we have. And we're happy. You know? And I think society will tell you, I mean, look at mainstream media. Like, kids go to school. You know, I'll take my kids, for example. I'll throw my kids out there. They go to school and they see, you know, whatever friends or whatever girls or boys dressed to the T. You know, they have all these nice things. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not criticizing parents or anything for buying nice clothes or having all those things. That's the life they want to live. All I'm saying is we don't need all those things. That's not how I live my life. I don't choose to go into... See, now someone's going to take this very personal if they're listening to this. Right? Like, you can go into debt and go charge up the credit cards and have all this money. Yeah, sure, I can buy all these things, but at the end of the day, does that really... I have a closet full of clothes. I have shoes and everything I want. Does that really make me happy? Maybe in the moment.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that? Why do we...
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
That's where I battle with people. It's like, well, why is that always... Well, if you have this nice thing and that nice thing, and, you know, are you really happy? Maybe they really are.
Sure, they probably bring you happiness, right?
Yeah.
But
Maybe that's what does it for them, though.
Is this, I guess I'm like, is this sustainable happiness? Or is it a instantaneous, like, oh, yeah, I fucking got this. You know, I spent $1,000 and I bought this. We played for it for 5 minutes. Now I immediately regret buying it because we only played with it for 5 minutes, and now I'm in debt $1,000 and I got to pay that shit off.
But some people like that.
We're all different. I'm not saying it. Like I said, I'm not saying it's wrong or right. Everybody has their things. I just know for me, like, you know, spending time making memories, doing things like laying on the floor and playing a board game, just enjoying the time I have, means more to me than spending $1,000 on a fucking couch that I'm going to be paying off for the next 2 years because I can't afford it.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend the time with my kids, not have a couch, and be like, dude, my kids will always remember, like, fuck, we grew up in this house. We didn't have a couch, but man, we played fucking Monopoly and I used to kill my dad at it. You know, like,
yeah,
that's the kind of memory I want, not necessarily everyone else wants. And to your point, doesn't mean it's doesn't mean it's wrong or right, because everybody is different. Everybody has different perspectives of what happiness is. But, you know, come full circle, I can't rely on you to make me happy or any other thing to make me happy. Like, I get to decide what makes me happy. Like, you know, hanging out. I'm super happy I get to see you and hang out with you. That makes me happy right now. But I'm not reliant upon you making me happy day in and day out. That's not your responsibility, you know? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, my happiness is based on how I make myself happy, what I'm going to do to make myself happy. Surround myself with people, surround myself with things. Like, that's how I see life. Like, I get to hang out with Russ this weekend, and I'm super excited about it. But he doesn't ultimately decide how I'm going to feel all weekend long that we're here.
Yes, I do.
Fucker.
You snooze, you lose, dude, because yes, I do.
Anyway.
I get it, man. That was deep. Let's not ever talk about that stuff ever
right,
again.
Let's get into something a little happier.
Let's sing a song. 1, 2, 3. Who could
Book of
survive?
Mormon stories. Oh shit, dude.
Who could survive? Who could survive? Who one of us will be alive? Who could be strong? Who could be strong? None of us is gone. Zero population is the answer.
So
my
this
friend.
will.
Without it, the rest of us are doomed.
So have I told you my friend Cutter?
You didn't
name,
even help me sing. How dare you?
his
Shame on you.
His name is Cutter.
Cutter?
Cutter.
Like Cutter?
Like
Cutter?
C-U-T-T-E-R.
Oh.
We're gonna give a shout out to Cutter and his native gains.
Native Gains.
Native gains.
Do you want to be sponsor of the show? What is Native Gains?
Native gains. Hold on. Did he post it on here?
Ask him.
About the vaccinations. What's your thoughts?
Talk about vaccinations.
Talk about vaccination. What's your thoughts?
Whose question is that?
That's Cutter's. So he's the native gains. He started a brand for natives, obviously.
Like Native Americans?
Yes.
And where can we find Native Gains? Is it
Native Gains on Instagram. He's got
at Native Gains?
at Native Gains.
It sounds like. Wait, how do I want to say that? Do you spell it like how it sounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Native
Okay.
Gain.
At Native Gains.
Right. So he's trying to do some good things with the natives, with the working out, being healthy, and in St. George, and started with some T-shirts, and he's about to get super big. I'm proud of him. So
Good for him. Well, is it just like a clothing brand, or?
So he started with shirts right now.
And tell him to send me some shirts. What is he doing? It's my new sponsor. You didn't send me any shirts.
Yo, cut up. Send me some shirts, bro. So, talk about the vaccine, man. Of course, you want to talk about the vaccine. Fuck you.
We have to. It's the hot topic.
I mean, it's the hot topic of the night, right? So let's focus. Focus on. You want to start?
Here's my take on the vaccine. Everybody's going to get it, whether you like it or not.
And that's where we end this talk. Fuck you.
Listen, now Joe Rogan is not everything and doesn't speak to everybody. But what he talked about recently on one of his episodes is very, very true when it comes to vaccines. And this has been in a medical published journal 2016 where you have a virus like we have. Okay, we have COVID-19. We have some sort of vaccine. Okay, there's different types of vaccine. There's actually vaccines that get rid of the virus, that once you get it, you're not going to get it. I may be saying this wrong, but this is from what I gathered. So take polio. You get the polio vaccine, you're good. Okay? You're good for as long as you live your life. Okay? You get the COVID vaccine. Now studies have come out, new studies. Not only do you still get COVID from it, but you also still can transmit COVID to all the people that you've ever met, and you think you're safe, and you think you're doing yourself justice. The only thing that this vaccine does is minimize what's already going to take place. You're going to get, everybody's going to get it. I don't care who you are, where you live. You can be in isolation for decades. You come out of isolation, who's ever had it can still give it to you. It's not going away.
You're right. Absolutely.
This has been proven, and it's happening as we speak.
We're seeing it right now.
Yeah. It's a vaccine that is bogus.
Well,
in my
and
opinion.
to say that, what is it? I was watching something the other day. a couple of days ago. The FDA is finally approving it as a vaccine. So this is what? How many months later? And the FDA is going to say, okay, we're good to use the vaccine now, even though we've been giving it out for the last how many months? But because now the FDA says it's approved, the world thinks we can now mandate and tell everyone you have to get it or else.
Or else we can't be friends.
Or else I can't talk to you because you're fucking infected and diseased.
Hey, guess what? We're all infected. Somebody has some shit you don't ever want that's not COVID.
Like,
make that, you need to make that a point.
That I agree. Like, COVID is the least of our problems.
Yeah. What about AIDS and HIV?
What about like gonorrhea and syphilis and some fucking STD that, you know, nobody's talking about that.
Yeah.
Because that actually is, you know, I want to say incurable, but pretty close to.
Well, there's a form of chlamydia that is uncurable.
Yeah. So
I forget what it's called.
But we don't want to talk about. We don't want to talk about some sickness that we all get. We get over. Our body fights it. That's what the body does. It's built to fucking fight disease.
Yeah.
And yeah, we get sick, but dude, the body fights it. Now, absolutely, I'm not downplaying COVID at all because I've seen the worst of it, and I've seen the best of it.
It is definitely happening.
It is definitely a disease. Not a disease. It's definitely a sickness that people can get, and it can kill them. Not downplaying that at all. However, what makes this any different than any virus, any sickness in the last 200 years? Absolutely nothing. So, you know, we were talking about this earlier. When it comes to festivals, when it comes to wanting to go,
it comes to anything now,
concerts, festivals, anything, we're requiring a vaccine card or a 72-hour test. Tell me what that proves. Because anyone that's been vaccinated can still give it, just like you said. Mm-hmm. You've been vaccinated, you can still get COVID in all its variants. Mm-hmm. 72-hour test, sure, you may not have it in 72 hours, but after that festival, you probably get it.
Yeah.
So tell me what the science or what the thought is behind any fucking thing that's being put out there right now, because there's nothing that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I think the biggest thing for me lately has been the fact that I know more than a handful of people who've been vaccinated who have now had COVID. Got both shots, and now, oh shit, I got COVID. I'm out for 14 days. I've been sicker than shit. Can't breathe. No taste. No smell. So what is a COVID vaccine actually doing? Somebody tell me.
Yeah. Not much, but from what I understand, it only minimizes the symptoms.
So even to that point, though,
so you're able to get through it a little easier.
It doesn't. No. So I want to say I know a person who got vaccinated a month ago, 2 months ago, got COVID 2 weeks ago, and supposedly it's supposed to, like you said, minimize the effects. Full blown, can't breathe, no smell, no taste, just fevers, like deathbed for 2 weeks. But yet, I've had both shots. I should have gotten through this really quickly. Yeah. So you tell me, what am I supposed to believe?
Yeah.
Because nothing makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not buying it anymore. I don't buy it anymore. I understand that because I've done CAT scans on folks. I just did one not too long ago on a patient, and his lungs were jacked bad. So
So my boy Cutter, he was. Hold on, let me see what this says real quick. It says, hold on, can't read it.
You got your eyeglasses?
Yeah, it says, want to know something crazy? The coronavirus was mentioned in a Korean Netflix document shown in 2018. Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. I just want to know.
Yo, thanks, Cutter.
I want to know who the dude or person or female or whoever was in charge who was like, okay, all right, let's turn it on. And 1, 2, 3.
Here we go.
Boop. Okay, world chaos.
No, so have I talked? No, maybe I've talked to you about this before. So anybody that's got I'm not. You get the virus, or not the virus. You get the shot. I don't care.
Good luck with the shot.
You get the shot. I don't care if you've been vaccinated. You choose not to get vaccinated. Look, I'm totally supportive of what you choose. However, I will say this: if you've been vaccinated, I've always felt like there's someone just waiting to get the signal to be like, "Hey, press the button, motherfucker," because now's the time. Press the button and let's infect all these people or take control of them by just pressing that button.
Well, they are taking control of us, not by even a vaccine. It's just fear.
True. Fear-based, right?
I think the whole thing is just kind of a shadow of what they're really doing. Is just fear. Oh, I can't hang out with you. Oh.
You know what? You're not vaccinated? Oh.
Dude, you ever been to a music festival? Somebody has got something in there that everybody's going to get.
Dude, how often you been like?
All you gotta
how many
wait for
times
is
we talked about like you go to a dude? Okay, so
remember
case in point,
we got that hay fever.
Yes. So Nocturnal 2015
Yep.
for my birthday, 3-day festival. We go rage for 3 days, and the entire festival
it broke out.
got sick.
Let me see what hay fever is.
We got, I mean, even Insomniac sent out an email to the entire, 60,000 people that went and said, hey, this is a thing. If you're getting sick, this is what happened. Yada, yada, yada. And we were sick for 6-8 weeks, just fucking coughing up phlegm and all kinds of shit.
So the hay fever broke out. Let me read you the definition. An allergy caused by pollen or dust in which the mucous membranes of the eyes and nose are itchy and inflamed, causing a runny nose and watery eyes. However, it also, you get all that dust and everything that kicked in, it gets stuck here in your throat and in your lungs, and you're just hacking up. For weeks, I was sick.
Yeah, no, we were sick for probably good 6 weeks, 8
Mhm.
weeks. I mean, we did all the smoke, grass, dirt,
Bad air.
bad air. I mean, all those things combined, we got sick. That was probably fucking worse than COVID.
Yeah.
Dude, the shit
That was bad.
the shit I was coughing up
Dude,
was
it was
gnarly, dude.
Globs of green goo.
Like,
I was like, man. And that's when I had moved back home. And Dad was like, so you think you could get that cough under control at night? I was like, bro, I'm sick. Dude, I swallowed a gallon of cough medicine, Robitussin. I still could not stop. Because my body's like, I gotta get this out. Sorry, buddy.
Dude, how messed up is it that, I mean, Dad, if you're listening to this.
He doesn't listen.
I know you don't, but I'm just saying, it was fucked up, dude. Really? To have your kids coughing, they're sick, and you're being like, yo, can you get that cough under control so I can go to sleep? Like, who the fuck does that as a parent, man?
That fool does. He needs to take more Ambient. One's not enough anymore. I gotta take 2.
Fuck, dude. We can't even cough and you gotta go to your room.
He's taking Ambient forever, I think.
Bro, you coughing? Hey, can you go in your room so I don't have to hear you cough?
Yeah. Yeah, he's interesting.
Anyway.
I guess he just doesn't want to get sick, or I don't know.
But I mean, let's talk just what I think companies now, of the world now, in my opinion, is just covering their ass. Like, you want to go do something? Well, if you want to go do that, well, you better provide your COVID card, whatever the fuck that means, and or get a 72-hour negative test. Like, really? Like, when did we decide that the world was going to be like, hey, so unless you do this, you can't enjoy life. You can't do what you want to do in life. Right? Like,
Yeah. We're in control of you now.
We're going to decide how you get to enjoy life. Instead of being, what's interesting is I think maybe 3-4 months ago, there was, if you wanted to go to an event, there was a waiver of, hey, to the effect of, you understand COVID, it's out there, but you're signing saying, I'm okay with the repercussions of, if I'm going to go to this festival, there's a chance that I could get COVID from it. That's what we were doing. We're signing saying, cool, yeah, I agree, the possibilities, I could get COVID, but I want to go enjoy life. We're good with that, right? I mean, I'm good with that. I would sign that, right?
I'm good with that.
But now it's...
That's no different when you say you hit acknowledge on like the agreements that no one ever reads.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It's like, oh yeah, I acknowledge this. Cool. Check.
By the way, you agree to a lot of things that when you don't read that, they buy and sell
read the
all
agreements.
your information. No one reads it because it's like 5 pages of just like tiny writing. Everybody just hits, yep.
Yep. And then when you try to sue them, they're like, well, you agreed to this.
That fine print no one reads.
So now, though, like that was a couple months ago, and now we've turned into, like I said, as soon as they decided that the FDA is approving the vaccine, the FDA has come out and said, okay, the vaccine's good. You guys should use it now. Even though we've been using it for how many months?
And by the way, the FDA gets a lot of things wrong. A lot.
I'm just saying, the FDA has now said vaccine is good. Okay, as soon as they said that, every company in the world has jumped onto, finally, we can tell our employees that you cannot work here unless you have this vaccine. If you want to be a healthcare worker, you have to have this vaccine.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed back home at the hospital I used to work at, they want nurses to get it. They want their whole staff to get it.
Yeah.
Shouldn't just say nurses. And they're going, no.
Yeah.
And now they're protesting, and a lot of them are quitting and leaving their jobs just because of, nobody's buying it. No one's buying into it anymore.
Well, and so what I find interesting is you have states who are like here, who are like, no, fuck you. We're going to stand up for our rights. That's not okay.
Good old Salt Lake. They got one thing right.
Or
good old Utah.
You go to other states, California's
the worst, dude.
Who's like, okay, please tell me what I have to do in order to like make my life better. Oh, you have to get the shot. Okay, I'll get the shot. I'm free. I'm never going to get sick again. Right? Like, dude, it
doesn't kill. The vaccine does not kill the virus.
It's mind blowing.
That's the issue.
Like,
it's no different when you get the flu shot. So the flu shot is a variant of whatever the last flu.
Dude, we can talk about we can talk about any disease besides fucking COVID. You can talk about the flu shot. You can talk about mumps or rubella, all that shit.
So you look at MMR. That's a good vaccine, bro. That vaccine has proven time and time again, no matter how many years, decades this has gone by, holds up to once you get it,
you're good.
You're good.
You're absolutely good.
When you get the polio vaccine, once you get it, you're good.
You got nothing to worry about.
You're good. This has been decades.
Yeah, we're talking 19
and maybe COVID's just
20s, 30s.
so new. This is our time to figure it out. But when you have a vaccine that everybody's getting and it doesn't do anything, but maybe minimize the symptoms. You're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna get it.
We probably both had it like 2-3 times already.
I know I had it.
I'm pretty sure I had it
when it first
at least
came
twice.
out. Remember when I told you? I was like,
Oh,
bro, I broke out in these hives all over my chest, nowhere else. And I go to a dermatologist. I'm like, bro, look at my skin, man. Like, I got hives everywhere. And you know what he told me? Oh, you're fighting off a virus. It'll go away. Don't worry about it.
It's fine, bro.
It'll run its course.
It's fine.
Sure enough, it ran its course. But we didn't know what it was. And that's when COVID struck. So I was in contact with people who were COVID starting to show up. I was like, man, what is this, bro? I couldn't breathe. I was up all night. I was hit my inhaler, just like, man, I can't catch a break.
Yeah, no. I
For a month.
February of 2020.
I got it bad. I think I got the worst case
January
you could get.
February 2020, before it was categorized as this COVID virus, right? I know a lot of people who will say the same thing as me. Like, I got sick. I don't normally get sick. My kids got sick. My ex got sick. And it wasn't like a vomit or anything like that. It was literally 3 days of fever off and on.
Mm-hmm.
And just extreme exhaustion. Aches. So I would say like just tired and achy.
Yeah.
Like I've never felt like that ever.
Yeah, it wasn't
life.
like your typical flu where you get like the diarrheas.
Yeah, it was just I laid in bed, just achy, and just slept for, dude, I've never slept that much. Just fucking tired, achy for days. You know? Like, I was like, try to get up and go to the bathroom. Like, dude, I'm going to pass out just walking to the bathroom right now.
Yeah, it's rough, dude. It's rough when you're not, when it catches you off
So
guard.
it's like,
But I thought I had the flu the whole time. I was like,
well, I think most people do because it's flu season.
It's flu season.
You know,
I have. What irritates me about the medical field is you're mandated to get the flu shot.
Right.
You can't get out of it unless you sign a waiver and you want to wear a mask. But it's encouraged. So I get it. But what I found out is to get it as early as you can. Like, get it super, super early. Before even flu season hits. That's when you get it.
Okay, so explain that, because I've always thought that you should get it towards the end. Because then it's had time to, like, I don't know, manipulate into a different disease. So by the time you get the shot, like, you can fight off the previous shit. So tell me why. So tell me why you would get it early.
So I only get it because, one, I have to get it. It's just I can't get around from it, or I wear a mask for the next 6 months, and it looks like we're just gonna be wearing masks for the rest of our lives in the medical field. So I might just opt out.
Unless you're in Utah, because Utah doesn't give a fuck.
Well, they care, but they're also realizing like we can't do what we did last year. It's not gonna work. So I got it last year, really early. I got it like right in the beginning. And I didn't have like really any issues throughout the whole winter. Now
that was a flu shot, right?
The flu shot has value. If you go back, you look at history, I believe it's either World War I or World War II, where we weren't only fighting a war, but then the flu broke out and people were dying, like dropping like flies. And they couldn't figure out what was going on. And they finally got a vaccine, or whatever they want to call it. And it killed more people on both sides combined fighting the war, the flu.
Than actual like shooting.
Than actual shooting and being in combat. It killed both sides.
Yeah.
It's either World War I or World War II. Polio actually hit on the opposite war. Anyway, it killed more people than both sides combined.
Where's Syria? Where's that Syria?
Here, let's. You want to look it up?
Let's pull up Siri. Yo, Cutter, thank you for the information. And yes, anybody watching this, check out Native Gains. Amazing cause. Trying to instill health and exercise and good body, good mind, spirit. So shout out to my boy Cutter. He's doing good things right now. So check out his site, Native Gains. As we check on this polio shit.
Check out the flu.
So, I mean, the flu is a thing. Like,
flu is legit.
You get sick every year, right? Doesn't matter how much you wash your hands, how much you think you're clean. Dude, if you're going to get sick, you're going to get sick, right? I think that's what it comes down to. I don't care what disease, virus is out there, bro. If your body is compromised, if you're not feeling good, your immunity system is just down, you're susceptible to anything. So to say that you should get a vaccine for XYZ, doesn't make sense. Because when your body's at its lowest point, it's fighting something, right? It's got the antibodies in you. It's trying to fight off whatever's in you. So why are we making such a big deal about something that our body is naturally going to fight off? Sure, it's susceptible. That's not the word. Contractable. It's more contractable than your normal flu, I guess. But it doesn't make any difference because it does the same thing. You're susceptible to getting sick. So if your immune system is shot, it's down, it doesn't feel good, then yeah, you're going to get sick more often. But if it's just that's the way it is.
So here's just a little bit about the flu. Doesn't say about the war, but in a typical year, 5 to 15% of the population contracts influenza. There are 3 to 5 million severe cases annually, which up to 650,000 respiratory-related deaths globally each year. Deaths most commonly occur in high-risk groups, including young children, the elderly, the people with chronic health conditions, and temperature regions of the world. The number of influenza causes peaks during winter, whereas the tropic influenza can occur year-round. Since the 1800s, large outbreaks of the novel influenza strains that spread globally, called pandemics, have occurred every 10 to 15 years. 5 flu pandemics have occurred since 1900s. The Spanish flu from 1918 to 1920, which is the most severe flu pandemic. The Asian flu in 1957, the Hong Kong flu in 1968, the Russian flu in 1977, and the swine flu in 2009.
Swine flu, I remember that shit.
I remember the swine flu. It was a big deal.
That's more, dude, the swine flu is more deadlier than the COVID fucking flu, or whatever you want to call it. Like,
the flu is legit. The flu is definitely has made its mark in the world.
I kind of talked to you earlier about this, but what annoys me the most, and yes, I'm going to pick on, because I don't give a fuck, but you 18 to 25-year-olds who just think mainstream media is just totally legit and you got to believe everything they say. Like, dude, just because they say something is good doesn't mean that it's right. Like, do your research, because it's not always correct. If I could say that. Yeah, and not to pick on any. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say pick on anybody, but dude, you shouldn't just go by what everyone else is doing. Like, do some research. Because more times than not, you're going to be like, oh, wait, why am I doing that? Because that's actually not right. That makes sense. Like, we want to believe everything the media is telling us, like, oh man, you have to get vaccinated or else you're gonna get sick. Probably not.
Probably not.
That's not true.
You're gonna get sick. Everybody's gonna get it. I know I've said it before. Whether you like to agree with that or not, everybody sooner or later is gonna get COVID just because it's spreading rapidly. We can't stop it. Even if you're vaccinated, you're still gonna transmit it.
Question.
Yes, sir.
I don't have a question. But to your point, is everything now, even in the field I'm working in, is considered COVID? A cough. Shit. I better go get tested for COVID because I've had a cough all day long. Or I've had a fucking sniffle all day long. I've had a migraine for the last 24 hours. Oh, you probably have COVID. You should go get tested. Like, everything about our bodies now is considered COVID.
Good point.
So, how do you not tell somebody, or how do you teach or, educate people that about COVID? Because any symptom you have now is, oh, new symptoms this week. Fuck, I scratched my ear itches. Fuck, I got COVID. Dude, I gotta go get tested.
Damn, my big toe. My toenail is growing in funky.
I took the biggest shit this morning that I've never taken. I better go get tested because that's not normal.
Good for you.
If people just had common sense isn't so common anymore, right? It's not common sense. But it's like, dude, if you really just stop and think for one fucking second, like, if I'm thinking, do I have a cough? Should I go get tested for COVID? Really? No. Like, fuck. I blew some fucking green shit out of my nose. God, I got COVID. I'm going to be out for 14 days. Man, that's just normal.
What? What'd you say? What'd you say about COVID? What's that?
It's just like,
Dude, there's going to be so many people who disagree. They're going to have family members that have passed away.
No,
dude, I get it. But you have to look at, like, the underlying conditions that cause people to pass away from viruses or diseases. Maybe their health wasn't in the greatest. Maybe they, and I'm not saying Joe Rogan is a scientist or anything. I'm not saying that, but he brings up really good points. How healthy was this person? Are they taking vitamins? Are they working out? Are they eating well? Whatever lifestyle they're eating. They're not eating fast food.
What's up, James? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, but to that point, though,
no one talks about being healthy.
You can be, like I said, we've already had this conversation.
Yeah.
You could be the healthiest person on the fucking earth.
But it helps.
And you still get fucking sick.
Yeah, but
it just happens.
But we're not talking about death here. We're not talking about COVID-19. This is two different things.
All right.
Okay. We take a non-healthy person and a healthy person and put them up against COVID.
Sure.
Most likely the healthy person is going to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I got you.
I'm not talking about like abrupt death here. I'm talking about strictly COVID issues.
Did you say COVIDite?
COVIDite issues, Mike.
COVIDite issues, my
Listen
man.
here. Yeah, we're going to go over here.
And have a COVIDite, all right?
We're going to have COVIDite, all right. And then, my name is Chris Erbe. And I'm from Australia. And I had COVID many times. I've had COVID.
Many times.
And then I lost my taste. I can't breathe out of my mouth.
You do that pretty well, bruh.
And my nose is kind of plugged up half the time I talk.
It's probably cocaine, bro.
It's probably all the cocaine I've done. And we're here to talk about diseases strictly from COVID. Okay? Now, get back to what you're saying, mate. You're talking about COVID on 12 different levels of not being well. Okay? I know it's abrupt, okay? And I know we're talking about two different things here, okay? COVID, healthy COVID.
Back to our regular discretion program.
Healthy COVID individual and non-healthy COVID individual.
All right, Brad.
Okay.
So tell me about that healthy COVID person.
Healthy COVID individual will most likely survive COVID. Okay, COVID. Non-healthy individual most not likely survive COVID.
Dude.
Okay?
All right, bro. Sounds totally awesome,
Yeah,
man.
we got to get out of this COVID talk and talk about the waves.
Let's talk
okay?
about
big
fucking waves, bro.
Waves.
Like, you fucking just ride him out to the sunset, bro.
Ride him out to the sunset.
Like,
okay? Now, I'm not done talking here. Sometimes when I'm alone, I think about things, okay? Breathe, mate, breathe. You need to breathe, okay? I know you got the COVID. The decompressions on you, real mate.
oh my God, will you shut the fuck up?
Talking about that's how we talk. Okay?
Oh my
I
God.
was talking normal English because, you know, I'm not English and I was trying to fit in.
Isn't he fucking cunt?
Listen, Australians didn't talk like we don't use cunt.
You know, Australians use cunt all the time,
Do
bro.
they?
Yeah, dude, they obviously do all the time.
Well, I'm no
They use the word
Australian.
cunt like it's fucking the word fuck.
Fuck.
Cunt is fuck
Bro, wow.
in Australia.
Oh my God, I hate that word. Don't use that word.
Listen,
okay?
Listen, bro. Like, you got to use the word.
Now, there's great
fucking
white sharks
off the
when
sea
I'm
of Australia.
Australia. I don't know what the seas are of Australia.
There's no seas off Australia, bro. It's oceans, man. It's just oceans.
And great white sharks.
Oof. Great whites are prevalent in fucking Australia, my man.
Uh-huh.
They fucking kill you.
But
There's been 12 deaths in the last 12 months, bro.
12 months. Were you from You from Hawaii, bro?
Bro, yeah, bro.
Oh, okay.
Like one death a month,
hey,
man.
brand new. 2002.
2003.
2003.
Chevy, bro. Chevy.
Cherry, bro. Cherry, bro.
2003 Toyota Tacoma, bro.
Brand new. Brand new.
Brand new. 2003. God, we're stupid.
Hopefully, when everybody makes it to the end of this conversation, that they realize this is the best part of the podcast.
Because we all talking in, like, linguistics.
Linguistics? I'm not sure what you mean, mate. You lost me.
You lost me at linguistics.
Okay. We're talking about surfing and COVID. Okay.
Surfing, COVID, and sharks.
And sharks.
It's Shark
Sharks.
Week. It's Shark Week in Australia, mate.
Sharks.
Sharks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sharks.
They get you, bruh. The great whites. You ever seen a great white?
Nah.
Yeah, bro. You should definitely go to Australia and see great white.
I didn't want it. Okay. I'm from Australia. I think I'm from Australia. I don't know.
But you never seen a great white?
I've never seen a great white, mate.
They're prevalent everywhere, bro. Just get out your board, bro. You ever seen a kangaroo?
No.
Bro, you live in Australia. You never seen a kangaroo?
I'm from the south side of Australia where there's no
Dude, that's
kangaroos.
where all the kangaroos are at.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Did you? Where you? I mean, are you really from Australia?
Nah. I'm from America.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, bro.
Look at you. You didn't even put the goddamn cup on the coaster. How many times I gotta tell you, mate? Every day.
Australians don't use cusses, bro.
Well,
That's a new
guess
concept.
what? We're not in Australia. We're here in United States
Of Australia.
of Australia. Get it right.
No. Not going to happen.
Not gonna happen. Well, dude, we've talked about some
A
very
lot of
deep
stupid
things.
shit, so.
And we think we're doctors, but we're not. You can take what you want from the COVID talk. To each their own. You know, do your own research, and you can come to your own conclusion. But whatever.
I mean, it is what it is. So, to each their own. But all I can say is to Mr. Erbe's point here, Mr. Russell Erbe,
Take care of yourself, mate. You know,
is
eat healthy.
Never mind. That's all. Go ahead. Send us off, man.
Drink Foster's. It's not real Australian beer.
Foster's is fucking disgusting. It's not Australian beer.
No.
No, it's fucking. I don't even know who makes it, dude. It's not Australian.
Canadians?
Canadians are making Australian
make
beer.
Australian beer.
That sounds about
Foster's Australian for beer. You know, take what you want from all of it. I hope you enjoyed the episode.
We're gonna
I
talk some
assure
more
you,
later.
Next episode will be more fun and enlightening and more of just nonsense and not so serious. But you got to have a serious conversation once in a while, you know?
Yeah, man.
Can't shy away from what is really out there.
We're gonna do ice bath and then podcast, and we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
What that does for the body.
We're going to talk about that tomorrow.
On the next episode.
Herb
Sessions.
Thank you all for listening.
Thank you very much.
And
we
we'll catch
appreciate
you on the next one. Take care of yourself. And as always,
Thank you very much.
thank you very much.
Have a
Peace.
great night.
Peace.